management of oral cancer. In this, we'll be learning about the staging of oral cancer and the treatment of oral cancer. Staging of oral cancer is based on the AJCC, that is American Joint Committee on Cancer staging, and in this they follow the T, N, and M classification where T stands for tumor, N stands for lymph node, and M for distant metastasis. Now let us know what are these T, N, and M stages of a oral cancer. The T stage is dependent on the size and site of the extent of the tumor. Tx is when the primary tumor cannot be assessed. Tis is a carcinoma in situ, and T1 is a tumor size of not more than 2 centimeter in greatest dimension, and the depth of invasion more than should not be more than 5 millimeter. That means it should be less than 5 millimeter. The depth of invasion is a newer addition to this classification. It was added in 2018, that is in the 8th edition of AJCC cancer staging manual. Prior to that, this depth of invasion was not considered. T2 is a tumor more than 2 centimeter but not more than 4 centimeter in greatest dimension, and the depth of invasion should not be more than 10 millimeter. Or even if the tumor is less than 2 centimeter, if the depth of invasion is more than 5 millimeter and not more than 10 millimeter, that is also considered as a T2 tumor. So this is the change that occurred after the 2018 8th edition of AJCC manual. Otherwise, prior to that, these tumor would have been considered as T1. And T3 is the tumor size more than 4 centimeter or any tumor size with the depth of invasion more than 10 millimeter. So even if the tumor size is less than 3 centimeter, if the depth of invasion is more than 10 millimeter, that is considered as a T3 tumor. And T4 are moderately advanced or very advanced local disease. Based on that, we have T4A, that is the moderately advanced disease. Again, there is some difference in the lip and the oral cavity proper lesions. In lip, if the tumor invades through the cortical bone of the mandible or maxilla, or involves the inferior alveolar nerve or the floor of the mouth. That means if it should involve the floor of the mouth, that has to cross across the alveolus or skin of the face. These are considered as a T4A lesions. And in the oral cavity proper, when the tumor invades the adjacent structures only, that means not except some sites where it is considered as a T4B. These are the sites like the cortical bone of the mandibular maxilla, or when it involves the maxillary sinus or skin of the face. So all these are T4A lesions. One thing to be noted that the superficial erosion of the bone or the tooth socket by a gingival primary, when the primary is in the alveolar mucosa and there is subtle erosion of the cortex, that is not enough to classify that as a T4A or T4 in general. Now what is T4B? These are very advanced diseases when the tumor invades the masticator space, pterygoid plate or skull base, and or if it encases the internal carotid artery. Now N stage. Again in N stage there is one change that has included in the 2018 8th edition of AJCC manual, where extranodal extension was an additional factor. So any lymph node, when there is an extranodal extension, it will be straight away considered as a N3B. So in N1, N2, we have to specifically mention that there is no extranodal extension. Now, what is NX? When we are not able to assess the lymph node. N0, no clinically palpable lymph node. N1. N1 is the simplest form where there is one lymph node, single, ipsilateral on the side of the tumor, and the greatest dimension should not be more than 3 centimeter. And Additionally, as I already mentioned, no extranodal extension. Now what is N2? N2 may be either increase in size or increase in number or change of the site. So based on that, we have N2A where the metastasis in a single ipsilateral, but there is increase in size, that is more than 3 centimeter but not more than 6 centimeter in greatest dimension. And what is N2B? There is increase in number but on the same side. Multiple, but none of them should be more than 6 centimeter. All are less than 6 centimeter. And what is N2C? When it changes the side. There is either bilateral or contralateral lymph node, but none should be more than 6 centimeter in dimension. And whatever the stage, there should not be extranodal extension. N3 is any lymph node anywhere more than 6 centimeter in greatest dimension, and N3A is more than 6 centimeter and extranodal extension is negative. But whatever the size of the lymph node, if there is any extranodal extension, then it is straight away categorized as a N3B. And regarding the distant metastasis, M0 is no distant metastasis, M1 there is distant metastasis. And when we group them, we get the stages. Stage 1 is a small tumor, that is T1 only. Stage 2 is only the increase in size of the tumor, that is T2 only, without lymph node or distant metastasis. And stage 3, either there is increase in the tumor size becoming T3 without lymph node metastasis, or increase in without increasing the tumor size but appearance of a single lymph node, that is N1, that becomes a stage 3. And stage 4A we have criteria just increasing size of the tumor becoming T4 with one lymph node, that is N1, or NET with N2, that becomes a stage 4A. And NET when the lymph node is N3, the stage becomes stage 4B, and NET, NEN, but when there is distant metastasis, that becomes stage 4C. Regarding the treatment, the mainstay of treatment is always surgery, radiotherapy and chemotherapy only for adjuvant treatment. In early tumor, it is a single modality treatment, that is majorly surgery. In larger tumors, we need some additional treatment. Surgery, we have excision, reconstruction and neck dissection. Whenever we excise, there should be a margin of 1 centimeter all around, and sometimes we may have to remove part of the bone adjacent like mandible or part of the maxilla. In mandibulectomy, we have marginal segmental or hemimandibulectomy. And reconstruction, the excision leads a defect and it is reconstructed either with a primary closure or with a skin graft or a flap, which may be either local pedicle flap or free tissue transfer depending on the requirement or the defect. Neck dissection, whenever there is lymph node, we need either radical or modified radical neck dissection. Sometimes N0 neck with a high risk of metastasis, we need to do a selective neck dissection. These are some of the images where the primary has been removed. This is a buccal mucosal lesion. After excision, mucosal defect was there. So it was reconstructed using a local advancement flap with a reasonably good post-operative result, and a larger defect with the defect of the mucosa, muscle and the skin requiring a larger reconstruction in the form of a pedicled flap. A skin pedal from the chest along with the pectoralis or based on the pectoralis major was taken to reconstruct the defect, and with a good reasonable pectoralis major myectoris flap reconstruction. And microvascular specially required on tongue lesions when we take only the skin from skin with the vessels. And in reconstruction of the mandible, we can take a bone of the fibula along with the skin, along with the blood vessels, artery and vein, and the artery and veins are reconstructed, and with the reconstruction of the bone and the skin or and the mucosal defects. Radiotherapy is generally adjuvant, primary is rare, but in advanced disease it is given as a concurrent chemoradiotherapy. and most of the times it is a teletherapy only, that is the external beam radiotherapy, 60 to 70 gray given 5 days a week. And brachytherapy, that is the implantation, intralesional brachytherapy, where we implant the radioactive wires into the lesion tumor. Especially this is possible for tongue lesions, iridium or the cesium or the palladium are the radioactive materials used. And chemotherapy role is not high in oral cancers, but in non-squamous and lymphomas, there is definitely a role of chemotherapy. But chemotherapy is used as a radiosensitizer in concurrent chemoradiotherapy. And sometimes we use this chemotherapy before the primary treatment when tumor is borderline, where the operability is doubtful or questionable, and after giving a cycle of chemotherapy the tumor size regresses and that becomes operable. This is called the neoadjuvant chemotherapy. This is about the staging of the oral cancer and the management of oral cancers. Most important thing in staging, in T stage there was inclusion of the depth of invasion as a criteria, and in N stage inclusion of a extranodal extension as a criteria in the 8th edition of AJCC manual in 2018. Thank you.